Welcome to this CalfCare video on pneumonia. My name is Natascha Meunier. So I want to talk about pneumonia and what it means for your farm. If you have sick calves, it's not only at the time that they're sick that it's a problem, but they can actually be set back later in life, taking longer to finish, and even in their first lactation, they don't produce as much milk. Now, pneumonia is a little bit of a complex disease. It's not just a case of you have the bug on farm and you get disease. There's other factors at play. Things like the immunity of the calves, whether they're under stress, how much they've been exposed, and what the air quality is like. And this is one that we often overlook. Good ventilation is really important in preventing pneumonia. So the easiest way to know is to go and check at the calf level, where the calves are. Can you smell ammonia in that air? If you do, that's a good indicator that you probably need to review your ventilation. You need an air outlet that is based on your stocking rate to ensure good flow. But you don't want too much of a good thing. You do want to prevent drafts. So at the calf level, it's preferable to have solid boards and so on, and just make sure that there's no drafts for them. You can use flaps on the doorways just to prevent those drafts coming in, or use bales on edges just to give calves something to shelter behind. You also want good dry bedding that calves can hunker down into. You don't want to be able to see their legs, then you know that they've got enough material to nest in. And be aware that the drainage should be working, and you want to prevent leaks from the water troughs. Simply, you don't want excess moisture in the environment because bacteria and viruses survive really well in wet conditions. So if we then look at the other factors that come into pneumonia, you want to maximize the immunity. And the easiest way to do this is to give good quality colostrum to calves as soon as possible after birth. That gives the immune system the boost that they need for the animals to fight disease themselves. You also want to consider a vaccination plan on farm if you've had trouble for a number of years. Speak to your vet about what is the best products to give, when to give them, and how to appropriately give them, just so that the animals are covered well ahead of the risk period. When it comes to stress, animals that are under stress are more likely to fall sick to disease. Keeping calves warm, giving them enough dry bedding is important, as I mentioned, but also, are they hungry? Particularly in cold spells, they use extra energy to keep warm, so you need to be feeding them extra during those times as well. And then, are those animals in pain at all? So if you think about the disbudding or castration procedures that we do, use a painkiller, use an anti-inflammatory, and use a local anesthetic. And that just helps those calves bounce back faster, and it's safer for you when handling them. Lastly, minimizing exposure. So when calves share an airspace with adult animals in the same shed, the bacteria and viruses can be transferred from those adult animals to the young ones. Similarly, if you mix calf ages with older and younger calves, the older animals can pass on infections. So that's not an ideal situation if you can work around it. You may get sick animals, and the best idea is to try and make sure you get that as early as possible. Separate them out from the group so they don't infect the others. And then if you treat them early, you get the best chance of a good outcome. So these are just a number of things to think about. So maybe some things need tweaking on the farm, if you are seeing problems with pneumonia year on year, and one or two of these, an improvement there might improve the situation.